Today I'm going to present to you unpaid internships and the need for federal action. So here's my audience. Okay, so imagine this. You work 15 hours a week for a company. You dress professionally, show up on time, complete real tasks, maybe even contribute to a big project. But when payday comes, you get nothing. Worse, you had to pay for gas, lunch, and even gave up a paid job to do this one for free. As a college student preparing for the workforce, I've done the research, I've read personal stories, academic studies, and what I found was frustrating. Many of us will face internships before we graduate, whether we accept unpaid roles or compete against others who do. The structure of internships directly affects our career options, income, and sense of fairness. Unpaid internships must be abolished through federal action because they, 1, deepen economic inequality, 2, harm long-term job prospects, and 3, lower interns or leave interns unprotected under the law. So let's start with inequality. Unpaid internships don't just ask for your time, they assume you can afford to give it away. That's only possible for students with economic privilege or strong support networks. In a 2023 MIT Angles article titled "Nothing's Free," student author M. Lee describes surviving an unpaid internship by skipping meals and depending on their parents just to keep going. Stories like that aren't rare, they're the norm. Whether students can afford to take these roles, gain connections, and build better resumes, while others are locked out, that's not mediocrity, that's a privilege pipeline. Unpaid internships reinforce the very systems of inequality college is supposed to break. And the payoff, not what you hope. Let me show you a quick graph. So this is job offers after graduation, paid versus unpaid. So on the y-axis, there's average job offers, and on the x-axis, there's internship types. So there's paid internships, unpaid internships, and no internships. So paid internships are at 1.61. And unpaid internships are at 0.94, and then no internships are at 0.7, and that's for average job offers. So the gap is clear. Paid interns get more offers, better salaries, and better outcomes. According to CCWT studies, unpaid interns are often stuck doing clerical tasks and don't develop meaningful skills. So not only are you working for free, you're not even building a future. And if things go wrong, you're on your own. Unpaid interns aren't legally classified as employees. That means they don't get the same protections against harassment, discrimination, or exploitation. In a 2020 legal review by Rothschild & Rothschild, they explained that under the Fair Labor Standards Act, unpaid interns have no real legal standing. Employees can use vague learning claims to bypass labor laws. A policy brief from CCWT by Hora 2022 criticizes this loophole, the so-called primary beneficiary test, which lets companies decide who benefits from unpaid internships. And spoiler, it's not the interns. Now, some people argue that unpaid internships offer valuable experience, that if you can't get paid, at least you're learning. But let's unpack that. Shapiro 2021 in the Academic Leadership Journal in Student Research points out that unpaid interns are more likely to do administrative busy work than actual learning. Real mentorship is rare. Transferable skills, also rare. Experience is important, but it should never come at the cost of skipping meals or working without rights. If a job is worth putting on your resume, it's worth getting paid for. So here's where we land. Unpaid interns deepen inequality, produce weaker job outcomes, and leave students legally exposed. That's a broken system. We need federal legislation like the Federal Intern Protection Act to ensure interns are paid and protected. But you can also push locally, contact your universities, speak to career services, and demand that unpaid positions be removed from internship listings unless they provide stipends or work study credit. If a job is worth doing, it's worth getting paid for. Anything less is exploitation disguised as opportunity. Thank you. Oh, actually, here is